Hey, you guys, welcome back to another live video. This is probably going to be more motivational. I'm probably sure this is going to be my last video into the New Year's going into 2019. So I do want to take the time and wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's. But I wanted to come and do a video. And I guess because I'm so invested in my subscribers, I kind of hate to see the position that a lot of you guys are in. And I'm sure that, let's just put it this way, I'm sure a lot of you guys have what it takes to win. Okay? I know that you have what it takes to win. But do you know that you have what it takes to win? Okay? Again, a lot of what I'm talking about, and you hear me say this all the time, guys, is common sense. It's just not common practice. Okay? It's a process that you have to go through. Okay? Anything worth having is definitely worth working hard for. You have to put in some action. Okay? You have to work towards something. Okay? If you're just joining me, I want you to go ahead and like, share, and subscribe, guys, because as you know, it takes a lot for me to come and do these videos. I like to kind of motivate you and kind of get you guys revved up. Okay, because a lot of you guys are losing it. Cool, I get it all the time. Fabio, I'm just going to quit. This is not for me. And I try to talk many of you into staying and keep going, because here's the thing. When back in 2012, I wanted to quit so many times. I wanted to quit, but I had to find something knee deep in me to say, if I quit, then what? If I quit, then what? What would I do? Right? I already had a bad situation with the job, right? I wasn't looking for any other employment because I was trying to get this commercial cleaner thing off the ground. But if I just quit cold turkey just because I wasn't getting any contracts, then what? And that's exactly what you guys have to identify. You have to, maybe cleaning isn't for you, okay? But just because cleaning isn't for you doesn't mean that you're not the best at something else. So you have to identify what you're pretty good at, okay? What motivates you? I told you guys before, when I first started my cleaning business, money was the motivating factor. It wasn't the fact that I wanted to clean buildings or clean homes. It was money, right? I did it when I was younger. I felt that, I had some level of expertise to it. It seemed in my head pretty easy to do. So I did it, okay? But there's a lot of people on this channel that's running rings around me, that's getting contracts in the first 30 days, right? It took me damn near 90 days to get one contract, guys. It took me damn near 90 days to get one contract. And we got people that's running rings around me right here on my channel. I tell you all the time, you have $100,000 worth of information right here. You just have to execute. You have to apply this stuff, okay? You have to apply it. I don't just do this video because I just like to do videos, okay? What I'm sharing with you is stuff that I've seen other people do that work and things that I've done that works, okay? This is not theory. This is not like school, right? I believe school kind of give you a theory process. The books are so old, right? You got to take tests on old information, books from years and years ago where the information is not relevant in today's marketplace. But you got to study this stuff and hone in on this stuff, right? And then they give you a test for it. But then when you take this information and you try to apply it in today's marketplace, it's just obsolete. Now, I'm not trying to shit on school because I'm a college graduate. I totally understand it, right? So I'm not trying to shit on school. But the thing is, you can go so much further with the likes of YouTube and Google and just the whole internet thing, right? But again, it's one thing to do the research. It's one thing to buy the course. It's one thing to buy a coaching, right? It's one thing to hop on a webinar, right? To get on a conference call, right? It's one thing to do those things, they're all good. They're all good, okay? But it's a totally different dynamic when you go out there and apply the information, okay? It's one thing to go through those things that I was just talking about. It's another thing to apply it. You have to apply it, guys. You have to apply it. Okay? So, but a lot of you guys lose the faith in yourself. You say, you know what, I've been doing this thing for 6 months. Fabio, at least you got a contract in the first, 90 days. Shit, I'm well past 90 days. I don't have no contracts. You have to switch up your pitch. You have to, like I always tell people this all the time. Run your business like a presidential campaign. Just try different things. Something will stick. Something will stick. But when you give up on yourself, nothing will stick. Ever. It would never happen for you. You cannot give up on yourself, guys. Okay? Like I get the emails. I might not always get a chance to reply, and my assistant might not always get a chance to reply, but we get the emails. If you're just joining, I want you guys to like, share, and subscribe. Please do that at the very least for me. Okay? I want to kind of get the viewers up, and I want to get the subscriptions up and things like that. Okay? Because it takes a lot for me to come and do these videos these days, because I'm just so incredibly busy within my own business. That's the only thing that's the only thing that holds me back from you guys. But I love you guys. I get the emails and I talk to a lot of you guys. I've done tons of coaching, right? But like I say, in order for you to build your system, because that's what it's going to boil down to, you got to build the system. And in order for you to build your system, you have to try different things. You have to see what works and what don't work. Okay? When Colonel Sanders, when he was building his system for this little chicken recipe, and before he took it, mainstream, right? He had to try different things. Jeff Bezos, they tried different things. He started off with just books, and now you can damn near get anything off of Amazon, right? But you have to try different things. You have to be consistent. When you don't have an entrepreneurial mindset and you're stuck in an employee mindset, you can't see the other side because of the mindset that you have. Some of you guys don't take risks. I stay buying books off of Amazon, right? Cleaning and non-cleaning related. I stay doing research, right? And I don't even think that I have to so much do it, but I don't know. I realize I don't know everything that there is to know. I don't know everything that there is to know about commercial cleaning. So I'm always looking for new knowledge, right? I'm always trying to see how I can outdo my competition, right? How I can have a better 2018 than I did 2017. And now going into 2019, I want to have an even better 2019 than I did 2018. But see, the thing about me is I know what I don't know. And I put somebody in position who know what I don't know. But I do know that that's going to come at a price. It's going to come at a price. There's many times, you guys know how much or how many times that there was something that I needed done. I didn't want to spend the money for it. I had the money to spend, right? It was a gamble, but I spent the money for it. But I didn't necessarily want to do it. Hey, how's it going, Melendez? How's it going, Shamir? I didn't necessarily want to do it, but I had to do it. It had to be done. When I bought that course back in 2012, right? My bank account was dwindling down. My bank account was dwindling down, right? Because every day it seemed like there was an expense. So I was creeping, to not having no money in the bank. So I was thinking like, shit, you know what? I've been seeing this course in the back of this magazine forever. Let me go ahead and order this course and get this out the way. So if I do spend all of my money in my bank, right, at least I got this course. At least I have the knowledge that I need to go ahead and get started. And that's what I did. Cost me $208, right? I sent it off to the guy and got it off, right? Got the course in to me. And it's been curtains ever since. But I took a chance, right? I could have said, you know what? I don't have that much money in the bank. This, and this. You have to take a chance. I like to watch inspirational, whether it's rap artists or whether it's entrepreneurs or whether it's just somebody who got it out the mud, who came up from the dirt. I like to watch inspirational stuff. Well, people, they say, I took my last $100 or I took my last $500 or my last this, right? And I believed in myself, but I was willing to put in work. Almost everybody says that. They say, well, you know what? I only had $500 to my name. I just threw my whole $500 at it. And I just had faith that I can do it. And I just went for it. And that's what a lot of you guys have to do. Invest in yourself. Okay? I tell people all the time, if you're not going to pay someone to do something, then ultimately you have to do it. You're going to have to give up one or the other. You're going to have to give up time, or you're going to have to give up money. Sometimes you got to give up both, right? But either you're going to give up time, or you have to give up money. There's no other way to it. Okay? Put the time in, folks. Put the time in. Some of you guys, 2018, this year, a lot of you guys might not have the Christmas that you wanted, or your Christmas might have been worse than last year's Christmas, right? But whose fault is that? What did you do all of 2018? Just watch a bunch of Fabio Hart videos? Is that way? And I'm not trying to offend anybody because I love my subscribers here, but I'm passionate about you guys. So did you just watch my videos and then what? Did you execute on the information? So you watch Fabio's video, you watch such and such a video and such a video. So now you have a ton of information, right? You have a ton of information, not just from my channel, right? You have watched other channels, right? So you got all the information you need, but it hasn't converted to dollars. Why? Why? I know why. The fear of failure, the fear of success, or the fear of the unknown. You just haven't applied yourself like you should have. Okay? You just have not applied yourself like you should have. And that's why a lot of you guys are in the predicament that you're in. Some people, I know you're trying your hard. Some people, you know, I've gotten emails where people, they got 2 contracts and within 2 months, they're out of there. How does that work? Sometimes shit happens. But that's why you always have to stay aggressive with your approach. I done heard a lot of stories, guys, a lot of stories. I don't want to try to vilify anybody or make anybody feel bad here, but I heard a lot of the stories that's, you know, with my subscribers and what's going on. I've helped a lot of people get into contracts. You know, I attempt to help a lot of people get in contracts, right? Help them with their numbers. They just didn't get the deal. I say, hey, but don't give up. Because look, that could have been me. There's a lot of contracts that I go after that I just don't get. But I don't ponder over why I didn't get this contract. I just keep it moving. And that's what I suggest you guys do. Do not get hung up in a contract that you really, really want, that you can visualize yourself cleaning, and then you don't get it, and then you get discouraged. We're going into 2019. We're really creeping up on Christmas. What are you going to do different next year than you did this year? What are you going to do different, guys? It's sometimes it's mind-boggling for me of why you guys not executing. I know exactly what it is because I've been in the position before. I've been in you guys' position. So I know what it is. A lot of you guys are goofing off, and we know you are, right? We might not admit it, but we know you are. A lot of you guys are comfortable, right? You still got your job. You're a little comfortable, right? A lot of you say, you know what, when I get my check, I'm going to throw it at this. Or I'm going to get these business cards, or I'm going to purchase this, or I'm going to get this coaching, or I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to get that. And then you get your money, and you don't do what you say you're going to do with it. Meanwhile, entrepreneurs don't focus on the money aspect. Entrepreneurs don't focus on the money aspect. They're more focused on the execution part of it. They don't focus on the money and this and this and that. They focus on execution. How can I execute on this, right? Sure, they want a return on their investment when they invest into it. But they want execution. They focus on execution. They focus on results. Entrepreneurs don't even get mad when they get a bad result, because they got a result. What they do is take that bad result and they build upon that. They execute on that bad result and turn that into a winner. It's a lot of bad results out here that entrepreneurs then made, whether it's in tech companies or this and this and that, that it was a shitty thing, right? They shouldn't have done it. And somehow they was able to get this shitty result and turn it into a success. What happened? Was it the actual item itself? Was it the gadget? Was it the money? No, it was their mindset. It was their thinking. They kept at it. So they took what seemed to be a shitty idea and turned it into a massive success. Again, you guys have to be able to do that. Either you're going to put the time in or you got the money. If you have the money, you're going to pay somebody to do something for you, right? And hopefully you hire the best. If you don't have the money, then you have to put the time in. Hey, Anthony, how's it going, dude? So you're going to have one or the other. You're going to have one or the other, but you have to be relentless. You have to be relentless. You know, as I decided to grow and build my business up, it came to a point where it wasn't even fun to hang out no more, guys. I didn't want to hang out. I didn't want to do things that I used to do because I was building traction. So that within itself just made it fun for me. It just seemed like something that I was supposed to do. Especially when people say, why you want to do that? Why you want to do this? Naysayers. A lot of you guys listen to those individuals. Here's the weekend. A lot of people don't know how to still have fun and still be business minded, still be able to handle business situations. A lot of you guys don't know how to do that. I don't know how many times I've been shooting the shit with my friends, right? Been out, maybe I, had a glass of wine or so. The phone ring, it's an employee. The phone ring, it's the contact person at a contract. And just how that quick I snap out of it. Okay, guys, I gotta go. Let me take care of this. I'll get back with you guys. Again, you guys gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention. You gotta be able to do this. If you just joined me, I want you guys to go ahead and like, share, and subscribe, please, because it takes a lot. You guys, as you see, I don't get on the videos as much, but when I do, I try to make it powerful. Okay. In any business, your motivation is going to dictate if you become a success or not. Your faith is going to dictate if you become a success. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will believe in you. And I know that sounds cliche, but it's very, very well true. If you don't believe in your success, a lot of people won't believe in you. Okay? So it's, you're welcome, lawn care. So you have to be proactive, guys. You have to be proactive. You have to be able to take a risk. Make sure it's calculated. I'm not telling you to go bankrupt or taking a risk. I've known, you hear stories of these people that have done it and made it, but that was a wow throw for them. Do you have what it takes to be successful? Ask yourself that. Why did you decide to start up a cleaning service? Why did you do cleaning instead of doing hair? Why did you do, why did you start up a hair salon instead of being a medical tech or whatever the case is, right? Now, I'm not saying if you just do it just for the money that you can't win, because that's why I started my business, just for the money. I needed it at the time. And I was very, very aggressive. There was a lot of people that didn't believe in me. I had girlfriends and I didn't have any money. So, they went by the wayside. So, but I stayed proactive. People didn't believe in me. People didn't believe in me. People didn't understand why I wanted to do a commercial cleaning business. People made fun of me. There's no money to be made in that. There's a lot of commercial cleaning companies out here. I used to get irritated by just seeing the competition. But what separates you from the competition? Have you identified that yet? What are you doing that's different than the competition? Are you aggressive? Are you relentless? Do you believe in yourself? Some of you guys, and I say this all the time, but some of you guys take it as a joke until it happens. And I know it happens because I get the emails from it, from you guys. What would you do? What would you do if you got up tomorrow, you went to work, everything was peaches and cream, you had a good night's sleep, and your employer handed you a white slip, a yellow slip, a pink slip? We no longer need your service. Clean out your drawer, exit the building. What would you do? See, a lot of you guys got a better advantage than I had because you actually have a job right now. Are you utilizing that job the way you're supposed to be utilizing that job? You're supposed to be utilizing that job as a leverage as you make the transition from job to entrepreneurship, to cleaning business, to hairstylist, to e-commerce site or e-commerce Spotify, Shopify, whatever, Shopify sites and this and this and that, right? To promote your music. You want to be a model or whatever the case is, right? You're getting this money, and I get it. Bills got to be paid. Fabio, you just don't know. I totally get it, man. I identify with it. I get it. Fabio, you don't understand. I get a certain limit of money, right, within each pay week. So what you're saying, Fabio, you can say that now because you have a business. You're making more. You're not living paycheck to paycheck. But Fabio, you don't identify with me right now. You can't fathom what I'm going through. No, I can fathom what you're going through. I totally understand. You get a set dollar amount and you got to distinguish where each dollar goes, right? But have you invested in yourself? Have you paid yourself? Have you bought that book that you needed to buy? Have you bought those business cards that you needed to get? Here it is, drew the flyer out, you got the color scheme in there, you know how it looked, but have you had somebody at Fiverr put the flyer together? Have you had somebody build that for you yet? No. But we use money on things that we probably shouldn't be using money on. Drinks, right? Wine, Avion or whatever, liquor, whatever, If you're not going to invest in yourself or in your business, you're not going to be successful. I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't care how much aspirations you have. If you don't invest in yourself and invest in your business, you're not going to be successful. I stay investing in myself and investing in business. Whether it's a book, whether it's a coaching, whether it's a course, whether it's something that I think I need for my business, I like to get it right now. I told you guys this a long time ago. I'm going to tell you again. When I was working for someone, guys, I was the type that every time I got my paycheck, I would get a pair of shoes. I would get a jacket. I would get a shirt. I would get a pair of pants. I would try to get myself something every time I got my paycheck. Just something. Why? Because I always felt like it was a time that was going to come where I was going to get fired, and I wanted to have something to show for my money. I always felt there was going to be a time where I was going to get fired, and I wanted to have something to show for my money. I wanted to say, okay, you know what? I got fired, but at least I got some clothes that I'd have bought myself where I can go and do another interview and I can get hired elsewhere. Because I bought some casual shoes. I bought some more slacks or Dockers, right? Bought some button-up shirts and some ties. Bought me a couple pairs of sneakers or whatever the case is. Some jeans, some hoodies, whatever the case is. Some gloves, some boots to prep myself for the winter, right? That's how I was when I was working 9 to 5, guys. Because at any time I figured things could go left. But I invested in myself. And I currently invest in myself. I have fear just like the next man. The fear of success, the fear of failure, the fear of the unknown. You never know what's on the other side. But you have to take a stab at it, guys. So like I said, I wanted to come here with the sense of motivation. If it's something that you need to do, do it. If it's something that you need to do, do it. Stop counting yourself out. Stop saying that cleaning isn't for you. Whatever you sell your mind, that's what it is. If you say you can't do it, you can't do it. If you say it's not meant for you, guess what? It's not meant for you. So if it's not meant for you, and you don't feel like you could do this business, then why spend your time watching videos pertaining to this business or pertaining to this business? You know, get a channel that's pertaining to something that you want to do, because this channel or these channels like mine, Cleaning Business, just not your field. That's not your thing. So don't waste your time in something that's just not your thing. If it's something you need to purchase, you need to invest in. There's a lot of people, I get calls all the time, Fabio, I want to get your, agreement, well, get it. Fabio, I want to get the coaching. Get it. But all the coaching in the world, I can sell you my agreement. I can do all of that. All of that won't get you nowhere if you don't execute on the information. If you don't execute on the information, that will get you nowhere. I can lead you to the water. I just can't make you drink. You hear me, guys? I can lead you to the water, but I cannot make you drink. I want you guys to commit today, tonight. Write your ideas down. Why did you decide you want to start a cleaning business? A lot of you guys are sitting on your DBAs. You got your DBAs. You got your federal tax ID numbers. You got the banking part set up. You're ready to go. You got the insurance. You got insurance and you don't even have business yet, right? Which is okay. Nothing wrong with that. But when are you going to get a contract? Some of you guys are scared to step outside of your comfort zone. Oh, it's too cold outside. Fuck that. Because I was trying to get you guys to do a lot of different things when it was summertime. But a lot of you guys didn't do it. Meanwhile, I got people that's coming over to this country that I spoke to over the phone, often that email me, that watch my channel, fresh to this country, and they already kicking ass, building traction. Do you guys realize that people outside this country learn about this country, economics, learn about this business? I'm from Canada, but I've been here long enough to know what goes on. But I'm talking about people from Iraq and people from other, Japan, and people from, China, and people from different, other parts of the world. They learn about American culture. They learn about American economics, about the way money works, the way business works. And then they come over here with that strong desire and they execute. And they don't waste any time, do they? You guys know I'm not lying. You had a building that was been dilapidated on your block for so long, and the next thing you know, the Chinese person came in, they built it up, chipped all the old paint away, tore this down, went on top of the roof, put a new thing on the thing, right? Did all of this stuff, and voila, you got a new Chinese restaurant in your area. Or you seen this place that was a storefront, right? It looks ugly, make the block look terrible. The next thing you know, they pulling the wood off the doors, taking the padlock off the doors, right? Painting it all over again, and so to get the graffiti and stuff off the building. And voila, you just got a beauty supply store. It happens everywhere in USA. And the people that's running those businesses are people that's coming over from the country. They barely understand what you're saying. When you walk in there, I need a 1A, a B2, or whatever these, you point at the hair. Yeah. They don't understand. And I'm not trying to make fun of the situation, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Haven't been here that long, not even 6 months, not even a year. Now, that's granted, they might have some type of tax credits, right? They might have, funding from the government, funding from family members is already here, whereas you might not have that. But a lot of you guys don't even know what's available because you don't even apply yourself. Small business administration loans, small business loans. A lot of you guys don't even look that up. You don't need a loan for this type of business, right? You can start this business with no money and sweat equity. I know this facts because I told you. I bought a course for $208. I read it from cover to cover. The way I got my first contract was sweat equity. I picked up the phone, started making calls, or I started going door to door. That's sweat equity. I took time. I didn't have a lot of money. Remember what I said earlier? It's going to be either time or money. You got to invest one or the other. Well, I didn't have a lot of money, but I had a whole bunch of time. And for those that don't have a lot of money and not a lot of time because they work in their job, you got to make time. It's imperative that you do that. It's paramount that you do that, right? It's not a matter of I don't have, it's a matter of I must. It's not a matter of I don't have the time. It's a matter of I must make time. It's a must. It's not a could. It's a should. You must. You should do this and do it right now. Prompt. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say to you guys, man. It's vicious out here. There's cleaning companies starting up every single day. And they're getting contracts left and right. They might be here today, gone tomorrow. We don't know. But they took a chance. They registered their DBA. They got their federal tax ID number. They set up a banking account for the business. They did all of these things. Went knocking doors. Put out flyers. They tried something. I don't know everything that there is to know. When I give you guys information here, I'm giving you guys things that I know that'll work, but you have to execute on that. I don't know which one is going to work for you in your area. I don't. I wish I could tell you, hey, if you're in California, you do this, you're going to make a home run. You're going to hit a home run. Hey, if you're in Vegas and you do this, you're going to hit a, hey, if you're in Columbus or you're in Cincinnati, you're going to make a home run if you do that. Right? I can't just tell, I can't tell you that. But what I can tell you, if you keep trying, one thing after another, after another, after another, you will get traction. One thing after another, after another, after another, you will get traction. Believe in you, guys. Believe in you. If no one else believes in you, believe in you. Don't let nobody tell you why you can't do something, or you didn't graduate from high school, or you're a convicted felon, or you're an ex-stripper, or you got 5 kids and 4 baby daddies or whatever, so you're not gonna get anywhere in life. Who's gonna want to watch your kids? Don't let nobody stop you, guys. Don't let your boss try to talk you out of it. Because sometimes you do that. You get excited about a situation. Now the boss don't want to give you the hours off, right? But when you wanted to work those hours, they were forever giving you hours off. Oh, you got this day off. You got that day off. You have to find a way. You have to find a way. It's totally up to you guys. If you can't find nothing in your immediate area, I tell you all the time, hey, work 5 miles in each direction away from your home. If you can't find nothing, you know, no contracts, no get nothing signed in 5 miles, try 10 miles. Try 11 miles. Then go hit some of the neighboring suburbs. You have to make a way. You have to get creative. I've had people say, Fabio, I really want to do commercial, but man, right now I'm only getting traction in doing house cleanings or residential cleanings. I've had people hit me up and they say, Fabio, I really want to be, I just want to have a commercial cleaning company so bad, but man, I'm really not getting no job. So what I had to do is rent me a carpet cleaning machine, and that's how I'm doing my business right now. I got to pay for this machine weekly. And all my jobs are carpet cleaning, but you got to do what you got to do. That don't mean that that individual would never be able to be a commercial cleaner, but he understands what he has to do. He's applying himself and he's doing what he needs to do right now. Maybe you need to do window cleaning. Maybe you have to, you know, kind of, but you have to try something. What is the job title for someone who bids on contracts? Which means the job title for someone who bids on contracts. You just, there's no job title, you know. I mean, it's whoever bid. It can be the owner could bid. Hell, the secretary could bid. Your account managers, your supervisors, whatever kind of label you want to put on it. It's no certain person that has to bid. In the beginning, it's you. So I guess it would be the owner. You know, the owner is the person. I'm assuming, hopefully I answered your question. You want to know what's the job title of the person who bids on contracts. In the beginning, it would be you, so it would be the owner. That's the label for that, I guess. Okay? But again, guys, you have to stay proactive. You have to stay at this. You have to do it. Every single day, you have to do it. You have to apply yourself. Apply pressure. You know, you have to find a reason for doing it. Like me, I don't have any children or whatever, but a lot of you guys got children. So you got children. If you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for your kids. Right? If it was me, man, I would have the mindset like, you know, I'd just stand at the door, look at my kids and say, oh, you guys are some beautiful creatures. But as you guys get you a good night's sleep, Daddy is going to stay up all night and make sure your sleeping habits never change, and make sure you get a good night's sleep every single night. I'm going to apply pressure. You know, I'm going to do this for you. Whatever. I don't know what gets you guys bubbling, what gets you guys going. But if you got kids, they need things, right? They're expensive. They need things. You have to apply yourself. You have to stay on top of things every single day. If you went door knocking a day and you did it for 8 hours, then make phone calls tomorrow. Then make phone calls tomorrow. If you made phone calls and you did door knocking, then send out some others. Follow up over people that you didn't call 2 months ago, 3 months ago. See where they're at with it. You have to keep trying something, guys. Either it's going to cost you money and you're going to pay somebody to do certain things for you, or it's going to cost you time. Let me see what some of these comments are talking about. I just started a month ago. I'm struggling with the cold calling. I'm determined to make a cleaning company success. I'm a single mom. You just have to keep calling. Not your average cleaner. You just have to keep calling. You have to keep calling. You have to be relentless. You know, maybe it's something that you're saying. Maybe it's the actual leads themselves. Maybe it's, like I say, your script. But you have to keep calling. Maybe it's the location. I don't know what city you're in, but maybe you have to call a suburban city outside of your local city. Or if you're in a suburban city, maybe you have to call, you know, your main city, right? But you have to keep calling. Lithonia, okay. I do business out in Lithonia. You know, I still have accounts out there. I used to stay in Lithonia. I'm zone 6. That's my zone when I'm in the A. But I'm Stone Mountain, East Atlanta, right? So let me see. Thanks. I'm trying hard. Promise plus working. 2 jobs. And Postmates. In Lithonia, okay. Been here for a year. From Pittsburgh, PA. I love Pittsburgh. I've been out of Pittsburgh. That's my favorite. That's my favorite team. Pittsburgh Steelers. I have an ex-girlfriend out of Pittsburgh. I love Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is a nice market too. But no matter what market you go to, the dynamics are still the same. You have to stay consistent, guys. You have to invest in yourself, one way or the other. Hate it, Patronation. Oh, you hate it. Okay, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Miss Patriot, but I'm Team Steelers, Team Pittsburgh. But like I said, guys, you have to stay at it. Don't get too comfortable. Don't allow anybody to talk you out of this situation. You know, I had a lady just hit me up just hours ago. She said, Fabio, hey, I've been trying to find an agreement. I couldn't find one that really worked for me. Look, it looked like I have to cough up this $500 and purchase the agreement. I say, don't make it about the agreement, because see, this, I can help you write this off. You get the $500 back when you do your taxes as a business expense. I tell people that. Paperwork, you know, when you buy your mops, your chemicals, you keep those receipts, you write that off. Your machines, whatever machines you need, your carpet extractors, and this machine, and you know, this scrubber and this waxer, whatever the case is, you write it off. So don't make it about the money. Don't make it about the money. Make it about the results. Like I just said earlier, entrepreneurs, they don't focus on the money. They don't focus on the money, right? Whether they have it or not, they just go with their move, but they're more focused on the results. Say I need a super chat. So I want you guys to be prosperous in this going into 2019, okay? Because I'm pretty sure I probably won't be back on live until 2019. I want you guys to be proactive. I don't want you guys to wait to 2019 and here's my New Year's resolution. Don't fuck New Year's resolution. Fuck the hell with that. Start today. Start today. You guys have my email, bookfabiohart@gmail.com. I don't always get a chance to answer right away, but I do get a chance to answer, right? My assistant, we building business over here. We definitely keeping things going. Thanks for all your help. I always watch your videos. I appreciate you, not your average cleaner. I appreciate you so much. But I need you to convert that from watching to money, because there's a lot of valuable stuff right here, right? It's a lot of valuable stuff, and it's easy to do stuff. It's not stuff that's really hard to do. Some stuff take a little cash, right? But a lot of what I try to preach is to sweat equity, because that's how I kicked it off. Faith. I try to instill that faith in you guys, that motivation. That's what you need, right? Because again, I understand what it takes, and it take me a whole hell of a lot of money. So it's mind-boggling when people tell me I need $5,000 to get my company off. No, the hell you don't. Well, I need a scrubber, and I need a carpet cleaning machine. I need a waxer. I need all of these. For what? You don't even have no contracts where you have to do that. So what do you need that up front for? You can always rent that stuff, get a receipt, and you write it off. It's a tax, you know, for a tax credit. You write it off. You rent the machine, do the job with the machine, return the machine, and then you write it off. And you know, already made the money that you know, put in for. Let's think smarter, guys. Let's think smarter, not harder. What the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. Somebody sending me a Facebook message. But again, I want you guys to win. But you have to want it more than I do. I want you guys to win, but you have to want it more than I do. If you have a contract, you know, I'm forever helping people with the numbers. I don't charge for that, by the way. You want me to take a look at your agreement? You want me to take a look at your flyer? People send me flyers. If you want me to take a look at something, you want coaching, the price haven't changed on that. It's only $100 per hour. You get what you need. I don't pressure you for it. Any agreements and things like that, I don't even market it to nobody. If somebody contact me and they really, really need it, they really, really want it, we'll sell it to them. But I've been stopped offering it, pretty much. If you want my flyer, you know, I'll sell it to you, right? It's not a big thing. I'd rather you have that and know you have something certified than you have some bullshit, right? But I'm not pressuring you for it, right? So, like I say, invest in yourself, whether you have the cash to do it or you have the time to do it. I'm sending my script and my flyer. Yep, you do so. Book FabioHart@gmail.com. BOOK, F like Frank, A like Apple, B like boy, IOHART @gmail.com. Book FabioHart@gmail.com. Book FabioHart@gmail.com. Okay, that's where you're going to send all your agreements, everything, whatever you want me to take a look at it, I'll take a look at it. And I'll make a few pointers. Hey, I would take this out, or I would add this, or I would do this, or I would do that. Okay. So if you guys don't have any more questions, what I'm going to do is bring this home. I'm going to wrap it up. This is going to be it for the rest of 2018. Damn sure we'll see you guys at 2019. God be the will.
Thank you, sir. I thought those zip-off things
You guys have any more questions for me? All right, guys, that's going to do it for now. I'm Fabio Hart, the only person that could ever stop you from starting up your own dreams and making it to the top is you.